Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another episode of 94 Feed Podcast. It's your boy Big Zeke in the building. Thank you. I'm here with my brother Kesey.
What's good people?
All right. I'm also here with my brother Dre.
Yo, I'm in the building. No applause needed because I'm just me. You know what I'm saying?
You wasn't gonna get one.
No applause needed. You know what I'm saying? Check the comment section. No, what's good, everybody? Glad to be back in the building. And want to say happy birthday to the bum to my right, the super producer, the occasional point guard, our big brother Zeke. Happy birthday, brother.
Man, sit your dumb ass down and shut.
You know what?
First of all,
you don't get to touch this.
Today's not my birthday. Okay?
So tomorrow's your birthday.
Yeah.
So people are going to hear this show.
Do it after.
Look here.
Anyways.
Can't even be nice to people, man. He came in here.
First of all, didn't you say the first thing you said was what?
Well, I'm saying you didn't.
What was the first thing you said?
You didn't give me the applause.
What?
You didn't give me the applause.
You said no applause needed, so I didn't give you one.
No, you said. Shut up. Listen here. Dre's in the building.
Steph Curry is back.
Steph Curry is back. John Moran is putting people on posters, but missing most of the dunks. And the Dallas Cowboys will lose to Tampa Bay tomorrow. But no, it's good. It's good to be in the building with the family.
Who, hating from outside the club.
It's good.
You outside the club. You and the Green Bay Packers outside the club. Hey,
it's good to be in the building, even though he wants us to do it next week. Happy early birthday to our brother Zeke. Right, Keys? Tell him, man.
Happy birthday.
That's fine with me.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, brother. How you
Another
feeling,
year
man?
around the
How you
moon.
feeling?
Anyways, welcome to another episode.
So you're not gonna answer?
How am I feeling about what?
Your birthday. We said happy birthday.
Today's not my birthday.
It's tomorrow.
Okay. So tomorrow
on,
ask me that.
You know what?
Come on, man.
You know what?
Be a good sport.
No, forget it.
Fine.
Screw him. Forget him.
Fine.
Don't be
No,
that guy.
you're right.
Forget
You're
him.
right, Kesey.
No.
No, you're right, Kesey. I'm feeling good, man. Another year, another chapter in my life. This is gonna be, I don't want to say a historic one, but anytime a black man sees 40, it's a good day.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So
thank
you'll
you.
respond to Kesey, but I mean,
anyways,
no. I'm just saying.
I'm responding to Kesey, but not you. I'm answering your question.
You know what? You got one more podcast to press the sit your dumb behind down button. I swear. You got one more podcast.
And then what?
And my response is not going to be so Christian-like. Okay? You've been warned. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want me to push it?
Go ahead.
Do you want me to push it?
Hey, man. Go ahead.
Do you want me to push it?
You push it. Go ahead.
I'm not.
Go ahead. Go ahead and push it.
Y'all sound like two fourth graders.
Dude, I'm
Kesey,
not doing
hold
this.
up. Kesey, you've had your share of fourth grade moments too. And often
And you called me out on every last one of them. So
Yeah,
when I call
exactly.
you out,
I'm just saying.
just take it.
Can I have my moment too?
Take it like a man. Like I do. And move on.
Kesey, you do not take it like a man. You and him bicker the whole episode.
No, we bicker before and after. But
No, during the show.
All right,
too.
guys. Let's
I'm
get back
waiting.
to basketball.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
Are you really? Okay, let's get
Are
back to
you done?
basketball.
All right, thank you.
Steph Curry's back.
Now that Dre has ruined my introduction, like Skip Bayless, so
Wait, did you just compare me to Skip?
Hey, I just said you interrupted mine.
Okay, Michael Irvin. We know what he's high on.
Hey, all I know is this: only one of us is on the Republican. You know, I'm not gonna go there. Anyways,
I've never voted for that.
anyways,
Never voted for that in
Anyways.
my life.
okay, you done?
Are you done?
I'm done.
All right, go.
Thank you. Would you like to start with the injury report, Dre?
May I? Can I? Do I have permission to speak? The Atlanta Hawks are without Bogdan, or we just call him Bod. He is out with a quad injury to be determined.
Who is?
We call him Bog.
Who is
Bog.
we? You know him personally?
Bogdan Dadan.
We call him Bog. That's what everybody calls him, man. Watch a little more
I'm saying,
sports
You
TV.
know him personally?
What? Clint
ahead.
Capella is out with a calf injury. He's been out for quite some time. He's on my fantasy team and not doing well there. KD, y'all jinxed him. The minute this podcast ended last week, he went down with an injury. Y'all jinxed him. He is out with an MCL sprain in his right knee. They say 4 weeks, but we know that could be a lot longer.
How we didn't jinx him. You jinxed him. You the one brought it up.
We all play tape.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I bet. Play tape.
You the man one tomorrow. He ain't missed no games.
I said he didn't miss games, and y'all said he's been out all season. Y'all said he's missed games. I was covering for him and saying he's played all year.
So
Well, guess what? Now he's
Tyrese
missing 4
Halliburton
weeks.
is out with a sprained left elbow. Back to the show. Mild left knee bruise. He'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks. Giannis is out with a knee injury. He missed the last 2 games, and he's doubtful for Monday against the Pacers. The Pelicans are without Zion Williams still. He'll be out for 3 weeks.
Thank you, Dre. I appreciate that. It's so colorful that you read that. So the trade market is open, and it's I say it's open, but it's coming down to the wire pretty soon. I think it has opened up actually, but the trade market has opened up. Many guys are on the trading block. I'm not really going to get into that because it's just starting, but I seen this and I thought it was very interesting. Who would you say is untouchable in the trade market? And what I mean by that is, like, you would trade nobody for this person. Like, he is untouchable on his team.
Nobody.
Just go ahead and say it, Keith.
So nobody.
Like, you would nobody. Like, you feel like this person is untouchable.
Well, a report just came out today with a whole list of untouchable players. Did you see it?
What you mean a list?
So the way the NBA trading works,
those are the people who can now be traded because they signed a new contract.
well, no, these are people that can't be traded because there's certain clause dates to it.
Yeah, no trade clause.
Yeah. So LeBron can't be traded, even if he was untouchable. He can't be traded. Joker can't be traded. No, there's a list of players.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
Well, then make it plain because you just put a question out.
Listen
here, man. I don't know what stick you have up your butt today, but I suggest you walk out and take the stick out and try again.
Sorry, Professor Douglas. This is
you better apologize. You better apologize.
I apologize.
No, you better apologize. You better.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Anyway,
so he's obviously looking in a mirror when he's talking to himself. Okay, obviously.
So, anyways, the question I asked you was this person untouchable?
Ask Kesey.
Example:
Ask
Giannis.
Ask Kesey.
Who would you trade Giannis
Ask
for?
Kesey.
Nobody.
Answer the question.
I'm asking for the table. So, if Dre don't want to answer,
answer the question, Kesey. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Really?
Yep. Answer the question.
Not talking to me like that.
Oh, but he can talk to anybody the way he wants to.
I ain't talking to anybody the way.
But you giving me his energy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do with you and him. What y'all got going on? Answer the question, Kesey. Answer the question, Kesey.
Dumb ass down and shut.
Oh, that was for you, Kesey.
That's for you.
Okay.
It was.
But anyways,
Oh,
I got a few players that would probably be untouchable.
Who?
Ja.
You think he's untouchable?
He's untouchable.
For anybody.
Anybody.
Damian Lillard right now.
Nope.
Steph Curry.
Nope.
Ooh, go ahead. Continue.
Giannis. Joker.
Hold on a second. Let me look at this. So you said Giannis.
Yes. You can't tell me one player you would trade for Giannis.
Joker.
No.
Joel Embiid.
No.
Luke.
No.
To do what?
LeBron James.
No.
LeBron James.
No.
Oh shit.
Not for no Giannis.
Okay.
Not no 38-year-old LeBron.
No, don't do that, Tone. Don't do that.
If it was prime,
any other time,
if it was prime LeBron,
LeBron James can't do it no better. Anyway, go ahead.
It's prime LeBron. But
Okay.
LeBron look good though. So at the same time, there's some players.
So you saying Giannis?
It's like 5 players I wouldn't trade.
Go me all 5.
Let me
You said
re-ask.
you didn't want to answer this question.
Let me.
You said you didn't want to answer this
re-ask
question. You didn't want to answer this question.
So these are players that are potentially Nick Claxton. Because we're talking about big name players who we know won't get traded. That's a waste of airtime.
No, it's not a waste of
It
air.
is
It's
a
not a waste
waste
of
of
airtime
airtime.
because if you go to the list, not even a list. It's not even a list. Like people like Joel Embiid. I would trade him for somebody.
He's not but he's not even linked.
Those people, are you talking about contracts? I'm not talking about
No.
contracts.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this: the two players in the big name markets that I will put on the block is Joel Embiid, because he will leave eventually anyway in a year or two. Bradley Beal, because he's injury prone. Okay, they need to get rid of him while they can, but no one is going to take on that big contract. And then you need to get rid of DeAndre Ayton because he's a cancer to the team. Those are the three you need to focus on if you're worrying about big name players. Because y'all talking about Ja, LeBron, Giannis. We know they're not going to be traded.
I'm not saying in a realistic factor. I'm asking you. Thank you for answering the question, Kesey, because you honestly got what I was saying. Now, if you didn't understand what I was saying, all you do is say, "Hey, I don't get what do you mean?" But instead, you want to be, that's not what we asked. No, that is what I'm asking. But you weren't listening. You don't do that often. Anyways.
Because we don't get our scripts often either.
So anyways.
We usually get those scripts an hour before show.
But
Kesey,
back to
thank you for answering your question. Answering the question.
Luka is off the market. Tatum is off the market. I mean, you got a few players that's off the market.
So this the thing. Here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. Because you're gonna go off. What I'm saying is this. I believe for the right package, almost anybody can go. For the right package, almost anybody can go.
No.
So Steph Curry, for instance, I believe Steph Curry is probably untouchable. Golden State wouldn't trade him for LeBron. They wouldn't trade him for Giannis. They wouldn't trade him for anybody. You said Giannis. Giannis, sometimes people wouldn't trade him for the Joker. So wouldn't trade him for I'm talking nobody. And that's what I mean by untouchable.
Okay. But now you're smoking dope because guess what?
What?
Golden State to trade Steph for Giannis.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think
guaranteed.
I don't think
the Bucks put him on the market for Steph. I guarantee they trade him. Guaranteed.
Stephen B, do you have anything to say about that?
I have zero to say.
Okay, all right, cool. It's me and Kesey now.
Mm-hmm.
So Kesey,
So you telling me if
I don't think Giannis fits. Go ahead.
If Golden State, if Denver calls Golden State, be like, give me Steph, Wiggins, and Draymond, I'll give you Joker. You don't think they would?
No.
You don't think Golden State would?
You said
Denver's
Joker?
calling Golden State.
Denver calling Golden State.
Said I want Dre, Steph, and Wiggins right now.
I'll take that.
Denver's not making that call.
I'm just saying.
I'll take
I
that.
didn't say they would, did I? I'm just giving him a hypothetical situation.
These are all hypotheticals. I'll give you. Yeah.
No.
If you're Golden State and I can make that call to you and I'm Denver, what you saying?
I'm taking that. I get the Joker.
You wouldn't take it?
I get the Joker. Hold on, I get the Joker.
But you got to give up Steph, Dre, Wiggins.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Joker is a once in a lifetime type of player.
Steph is too.
But Steph is near the end of his career. He's near the end of his career. And you don't trade the future for someone that might have 2 or 3 good years left, which is why no one would realistically trade for LeBron if any of this were realistic.
So the reason I say that is because I feel like Joker, even though I'm giving y'all Joker, from Golden State, if I'm getting rid of Clay, if I'm getting rid of Curry, and I'm getting rid of Wiggins, and I'm getting rid of Draymond Green. Draymond Green's a problem, and he's defensive, and he's older years. Joker replaces all 3 of those guys. That's why I'm doing it. So if that's the question, that's my whole point of this is that
the only thing is, how do you replace Steph shooting?
You don't replace. Hold on, I got Poole still. I still got Clay. So it's not, number one, they're not shooting at the volume that Curry is shooting, but they're still shooting. So I still have my shooting. He's a big man, so that covers up. That's my defensive end right there. And then as far as wings, I can get a wing. I get a 3-and-D guy. I'm not worried about that.
You think so?
Yeah.
So what does Denver think? What does Denver look like?
Denver's looking like a poor man's Golden State. You got Steph Curry running around. You got Murray controlling the ball more, and then you got Draymond Green, who's probably in the starting lineup, so he'll probably play center. And then we'll take a what's his name?
So just think of a lineup.
And then we'll have Eric Gordon kind of switching between small forward, power forward, and center.
So think of a lineup like this in Denver: Steph, Murray, Porter,
Mhm.
Draymond, Wiggins.
Well, Wiggins. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much a poor man's Golden State.
That's not a poor man's Golden
That's a
State.
poor man's Golden State. Is it? Is it ugly?
Murray is decent.
Murray is decent,
But
and
he's
he's coming
not
along.
Clay. He's not Poole.
He's just not tall.
He can't shoot as good as them either.
Yeah, he can.
No,
No.
he can't.
He just ain't played in a while, so you don't
He's been
remember.
playing all season.
It's been
He's
slow
Oh,
coming.
Man, here
So-
we go with this.
What?
As
Whatever
far as
stick you got up your, you need to go back out there.
I just want to do what he doesn't do to you. You know, he said, Dre, don't listen, but he cut you off like 5 times. I've been counting in my head.
that's fine.
I'm just saying.
That's fine. Thanks.
I'm just
I appreciate it.
I'm just
It's
saying.
part of the discussion.
We get this show going, y'all.
I'm just
We
saying.
are going to show. If Dre over here want to throw it, that's fine with me. Anyways,
Y'all over here having
I think
two
that
hissy fits.
Giannis is. I don't think Giannis is untouchable.
Yeah,
I don't think he's untouchable.
He's untouchable.
I think
He's untouchable.
Yeah, he is.
I think
He's a generational player. He's untouchable.
Unless he demands his own trade out, Bucks would never consider it. They would never.
I think Giannis is untouchable. I'm sorry. I don't think Giannis is untouchable. I think LeBron is untouchable. I think KD is untouchable. I think that Luka is untouchable. And I think Jason Tatum is untouchable.
I don't think Luka's untouchable.
You don't think Luka's untouchable?
I don't think Luka's untouchable. Because he don't play no D.
He is a defensive liability.
He is a liability. And when he complaining,
Here we go with the complaining.
when he whining,
What got to do anything?
I witnessed it.
He act like
firsthand.
you when he
They-
wanted.
Man, teams be breaking on Dallas. That's why they get beat. When he whining and it's
Go
5-on-4 because he back there whining at the ref still, that's why Dallas get beat.
Talking about
That's not
Luka.
why. That's not why Dallas get beat. But come on, stop.
That's
Come
part
on,
of the
man.
problem.
Come on,
That's
man.
not part of the problem.
Come
You
on,
think it's part of
Luka. Y'all give him too many passes, man. Y'all give him too many passes just because he's doing what Steve Nash did 10 years ago. Just because he's doing what Dirk did 15 years ago.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
He gets plenty passes.
When was Dirk doing what Luka was doing?
Practically every year he was in Dallas.
Averaging 20,
Okay,
25,
The
maybe
reason
10
that
rebounds.
they beat LeBron is because of Dirk.
Yeah.
Okay, Dirk made the 3-point popular for big name shooters.
So what does that have to do?
For big
Man,
All
time
it-
players.
all
I
it-
mean.
hold on a second. When has Dirk ever scored 60, 55, and 45?
He doesn't
and
need
40?
he doesn't need to score like that just to not be the man.
You just
Dirk
compared
changed-
him to another white dude. Hey, you got another white dude. He's
No,
scoring.
Dirk was the face of the franchise. Dirk has a statue in Dallas. Dirk
Okay.
ain't just no other player. Dirk Nowitzki is an NBA 75 greatest player. Dirk is a future Hall of Famer.
Is
If
he
he's
top-
not one
is he
already,
top 15?
he's an NBA champion.
Is he top 15?
Luka's
I don't-
not top 15.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Of all time.
All time.
Okay.
He has some years ago.
Okay. No.
He has some years ago.
Okay. Dirk, when he played in the NBA, Dirk was top 10 practically
Wait.
every year until the end
No,
of his
he wasn't.
career.
No, he
See,
wasn't.
man, you treating
No, he
Dirk
wasn't.
like he was just trash.
I'm not
Listen,
treating
I'm gonna
Dirk
tell you
he was
like
You
this.
trash.
treating Dirk like he was
I'm
just
not
trash.
treating Dirk like he was
Yeah,
trash.
You
you
got
are.
to remember.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. But for you to say he's the same person as Luka,
I didn't say that. I
There's some-
said Luka's doing the same thing Dirk did for Dallas.
From
That's
two-
what I said.
from
But put it
2002,
put him in the conversation.
Read it.
2002, all the way to 2000. Let's say 12. He averaged almost 26 points a game and 10 rebounds
Double.
and about 3 or 4 assists.
Okay, what's your point?
Okay.
Though that's a long time to average that.
Okay.
Lucas did it for 2 years, and everybody riding his ass like he's the GOAT now.
I know when I'm not never. Well, first of all, I never say he was the GOAT. I'm saying for you to sit here and say, "Hey, man, he's doing what Dirk been doing, or it's what Steve Nash is doing," or something like. To me, that is saying that this guy, because his career has just started. That's the amazing part about Luka. His career has just started, and we're talking about guys
And they're
who-
losing.
Yeah, Dallas had one good year too. What's your point?
No, Dallas had multiple good years. They just had a championship year.
I'm not finna.
They had some really good years.
Okay. They played in the
were
Laker
always
of the
in
era.
They were always in the mix, but don't sit here and talk about, man, they always was good. No, they were always in the mix, but that don't mean they were NBA Finals every year. They made it to the finals 1 year, and they beat the Giant.
Well, this current Dallas roster won't make it for the next 5.
And they'll be. And what is Dallas? Dallas is always in the mix. And if everything goes right, they'll make it to the finals.
Who?
Dallas. I'm saying if everything goes right, or such and such and such. Don't act like Luka didn't carry them to the Western Conference Finals. Don't act like Luka didn't carry them to the first and second round.
So here's the bottom line. I'm not drinking the Luka Kool-Aid. I'm not. Because like Kesey said, he's a crybaby. He's an exciting player. I mean, I said that last week. He is an exciting player, but he makes the game slow. If he doesn't get his way, he crying. Does he put up incredible numbers? Yes. But Dirk Nowitzki is to the Dallas Mavericks what Luka is to the Dallas Mavericks. Dirk has a championship. I believe Dirk has an MVP.
He has an MVP and a Finals MVP.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Luka's good. Yes, we know he's good. But be good on a losing team. That's cool too. Be good on a losing team.
Continue.
So you know how many? Hold on, but you
ahead.
always everybody keep giving Luka credit like he's just the dominantest player in the league. Like, you know how many good players have had losing teams in the history of the NBA
And did some?
and never did anything? Huh.
Besides that,
So would you say Reggie Miller had a better career than
then who?
Dirk?
No, I wouldn't say that just because he made it to the NBA Finals. He has a championship.
Huh?
I would say he won an NBA championship. So no.
That doesn't mean he didn't have a better career, because Iverson had a better career than many and never won a title, which is why he's not on anyone's really all-time great list.
And in the great words of Mr. Douglas,
What?
Jordan wouldn't let Bucks get to the finals in the East.
I said it a little nicer.
Jordan was everybody's kryptonite in the East back then.
What does this have to do?
I'm trying to say there's a lot of good players that had good careers, but they were on losing teams or they couldn't get over the hump.
Okay.
And Luka look like he's in that situation right now.
How old is Luka?
He's been in the league 4 years, 5 years now.
How old is Luka?
Doesn't matter.
How old is Luka? Does anybody?
Like 22, 23.
Okay. So how long you think Luka's gonna be in the league?
15 years, maybe?
He has another 10, 15 years. When did Dirk reach the NBA Finals?
He'll be 24 this year.
Okay.
24.
24. When did Dirk reach the NBA Finals?
2011.
2011. How long was he in his career?
About 10 years in.
Okay. Okay.
What's the point of that?
The point I'm making is, number one, Luka is young. So when Dirk made this finals and all that, he was doing his thing. I'm not taking away nothing from Dirk, but to compare the two is just unfair, just based on the fact that one is way younger than the other one. The fact that he's getting his notoriety right now says something. Because I can say the same thing for if we were comparing LeBron James to Jason Tatum or KD to Jason Tatum. One has been in the league 15, 12 years.
But my thing is,
you see, I'm sorry, Keith. What I'm saying is you're making it seem like Dirk wasn't the same impactful player.
For Dallas, you're right.
That's
for
what I'm
Dallas,
saying.
For Dallas, for different reasons. You're comparing for different reasons why these guys are putting, quote unquote, the Mavericks on the map.
When was Dirk drafted? When was he drafted?
99, I think.
Okay.
98 or 99.
Dallas made it to the playoffs every year through 2015, but 1 year under Dirk.
Mm-hmm.
Every year. Okay. He was a top player every year. He won finals MVP. He beat the Miami Heat, the not 1, not 2, not 3, not 9. Yeah. They beat them.
Okay.
They won.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is Dallas has been so bad for so long that Luka has the attention of everybody, right? Dallas sucked. Now Luka's there. Is he a good player? Of course. No one's taking that away from him. He doesn't play defense. Let's start there. He cries about everything, okay, which we know, but he can shoot the ball. He is a playmaker. Yes, we get it. But I'll tell you what, if I started the team today, I'm still taking Steph over him.
I'm sure you is taking Steph over him.
I'm taking Giannis over him. I'm taking Joker over him. I'm taking Jason Tatum over him. I'll take him over John Morant, Luka, right? I'll take him over Devin Booker. but I'm not taking him over any of the current leading candidates for MVP. Not one.
You know what's funny to me?
Not one.
What y'all gonna do when they retire?
Then the league will be different. Then the story, then the narrative will change. Maybe John Morant can win one when Steph Curry retires.
I'll leave that alone. Anyways,
But I do have a player that should be touchable. I think Phoenix should put DeAndre Ayton on the trading block.
of course they should.
I think they should blow up that whole roster.
They should start over.
I think it's time to move on.
We're gonna move.
I'll
We're
put
gonna
that-
move on.
I'm
Thank you,
serious.
appreciate it.
He's not talking about the topic.
I know.
He's talking about Phoenix Suns.
I know.
And Bradley Beal, too. He's
Right.
another one that
Because you
should
got to
go.
think they only gone 2 more games than the Lakers.
Oh.
Phoenix.
Well, Phoenix is. I don't know what happened with Phoenix.
Only person that's been out a lot of time is Chris Paul. I mean, but the Lakers have been without players, and they still only 2 games behind them.
I don't know what Phoenix is doing, but
Time to
anyways.
blow it up.
So, next topic is the NBA renamed some major individual awards. The MVP is now the Michael Jordan Award. The Defensive Player of the Year Award is now the Akeem Olajuwon Trophy. Rookie of the Year is Will Chamberlain Trophy. Sixth Man of the Year is John Havlicek Award. Most Improved George Malkovich Trophy. New Clutch Player of the Year is the John West Trophy.
Jerry West.
Jerry West Trophy. My apologies. Thoughts on these names?
John West.
George McCann. They got the Michael Jordan one, right?
I know you was gonna say that. Continue.
And in fact, you know the way I feel about MJ, I feel honestly, and I hope they give my man his flowers before he's dead. Like, what's the gentleman that just passed away, Bill Russell?
Mm-hmm.
He had to die for them to change. What was it, the logo?
No, they didn't change the logo. They just
What did they do? They did something
They
significant.
retire like every six.
Yeah,
number
yeah, yeah, yeah,
six
yeah, yeah.
For every team.
That should have happened with Mike.
I don't think so.
And it should happen with Mike. Mike should get the Wayne Gretzky treatment. That's a hockey reference for those of y'all that don't know. Wayne Gretzky's number is retired in all of the NHL. No one will ever wear his number. I forget what it was. But the number 23 should be hanging in the rafters, and it should say Michael Jordan. In every single stadium. Miami Heat did it already. If they didn't do it yet, they're going to, which is why Brown wore 6. So I love the idea that Jordan is getting his flowers because he is the greatest. He's the GOAT. No one's going to deny that. Hakeem Olajuwon, that would insinuate that he was the greatest defensive player to ever play the game. Are we saying that Olajuwon was the greatest defensive player to ever play the game?
One of.
Okay. Was he better than Shaq defensively?
Yeah.
Okay. In some circles, people will say that. Was he better than Tim Duncan defensively? Yeah. So, depending on the circles, I don't mind any of these awards. I wasn't around to even watch Havlicek or George McCann or even Dr. Jerry West, but Jerry West, they should name a GM of the year after Jerry West for the franchises that he builds. I think this is right on time, but again, obviously the one that I'm most impressed by is MJ.
Easy.
I like the first 3. The first 3 get me is right. I like the Michael Jordan MVP, the Hakeem Defensive Player of the Year. I agree with that. And the Wilt Chamberlain that's Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah.
I can dig that. I can dig that. 6th Man of the Year, like you said, I don't really know much about John. Never got to really see him play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like George, I've never really seen him play.
I didn't even know he was a player.
Don't do that.
George McCann?
This is a basketball podcast.
George McCann, I'm sorry. I've never seen him play.
This is a basketball podcast.
George McCann.
And?
I've seen highlights of these players, but I've
you
never
called him George West. Don't.
I was not there.
I called Jerry West John West.
Come on,
I was
man.
never there physically to watch them play.
Yeah.
So I have a different perspective on those type of players.
Our OG producer was around. He said I ain't missed nothing, so I'll take his word for it.
And of course, we all weren't old enough to watch Jerry. So
I can see that. My thing about these are, I think, like you said, the first 3 was cool, even with this my thing, rookie of the year. When I these awards to me, when you say these awards, you should think of a certain person. And when I say MVP, Michael Jordan, automatically. Defensive Player of the Year, I don't think of Hakeem, even though he has he does have the trophies to say, hey, I'm a defensive threat all the time. And so I'm not gonna, because I was young coming up when
Who do you think is the best defensive player in your opinion?
to me, when I think of defense, I think of a Dennis Rodman, to be honest with you.
But look at the name you just said and look at how Dennis Rodman looks in the public.
Yeah, I know. That's why. That's my. I get that. So I don't expect.
But outside of
the
Dennis, who
NBA
else do you think?
Right.
What do you think of defensive player? Because obviously we're not giving it to Rodman.
We're not giving it to Rodman.
You, me, America, Dennis,
Ben Wallace,
Dennis Peoples, Dennis in his gang,
Ben
Dennis
Wallace,
Okay, so
Ben Wallace.
actually has publicly admitted he patterned his style after Hakeem.
Well, then there you go. Rookie of the year. That's been my first thought is Hakeem Will Chamberlain. My first thought is Iverson. I think Iverson came into the league. Now he had a crazy rookie year, and he changed the culture of the NBA for a minute.
But it was the culture. It was a culture that they resented at the same
was
time.
I get
so
to know.
That's why he probably didn't get it.
Like I get what you're saying, and I get what Tone's saying is too. Is like as far as from a business perspective, like I'm not going to give Dennis Rodman an award. I'm going to do painted green. I'm not going to give
paint half of a pink, half of a purple.
I'm not going to give Allen Iverson an award because he was for the niggas. So, but that's what I think of when I think of some of these awards.
But I agree. When you think of rookie of the year, you would think of Allen Iverson like top dog rookie that probably came in, but you got to think of what came behind him. He had the thug look, the braids, the baggy clothes.
You have to look at what Wilt did. When Wilt's rookie year took basketball out that white man up and down mentality to a big man in the paint. Plus, you got to give an award to the only man in history who scored 100 points.
That's
exactly.
True.
So unless you're going to rename the scoring title after him,
I don't see why not.
True.
6th man of the year, wasn't around for John. Apparently we didn't miss nothing. Most improved, I wasn't around for George. I know who he is, but I still wasn't around for him. And then new clutch player of the year. Now they just reaching.
That's a new award.
That's a new award. Jerry West. Jerry West has something that nobody will ever take away from him. That's the NBA logo. So for them to be like, "Hey, we're going to go even further with this and give him an award," no, I think that's
what I think though.
You might be looking at that wrong. I think they gave him that award because it's time to change the logo.
Which should be MJ.
And I was just finna say, I think it's a MJ logo coming soon.
No, not an MJ.
Kobe.
The Kobe logo.
It's a Kobe.
I don't
logo.
want that.
It shouldn't be that.
I shouldn't be that.
Why
It
not?
shouldn't. Are we finna really get into this right now?
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I just want to know why.
He has a valid question.
I can't ask you why.
What is in the air today? Why are y'all so offensive today?
I'm not offensive.
I'm just asking a question.
Defensive, not offensive. Defensive.
I'm just asking the question, like why you say no.
So
I don't have nothing against you. I mean, he might, but
Kobe,
I ain't got nothing.
we good, man.
Don't touch me.
Get that stick out. Go out there.
That's him. He got a stick. Kobe Bryant.
Kobe
Hold on,
Bryant.
let me get it out. Can I get it
You
out?
taking too long.
No, you don't
Ain't
get to
got
tell
time
me
for
what to
dead
do.
air. Kobe Bryant emulated his game behind Michael Jordan.
May I now? May I?
Kobe
Kobe
Bryant.
Bryant.
You say what I'm about to, if you just finna say what I just said, go ahead.
Zeke doesn't listen that well.
Go ahead.
Kobe Bryant has one MVP. One. Okay. Kobe has 2 finals MVPs. Right?
Mm-hmm.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kobe was drafted into a great situation.
No, he
whoa. Let me finish. Kobe was a runner-up for 6th Man of the Year award at one point,
Mhm.
right? Michael Jordan change the game of basketball. He changed it. It became a household game under Mike. Bill Russell, who has more championships than Jordan, almost double, and they still call Mike the greatest.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Go
I'm
finish.
just saying. Okay.
They
I do.
so we got to break through here next time, bro, because there's something in the air, man.
He
Listen,
having a Stephen B moment.
listen.
Hey, you sprayed the stuff. You disinfected the air. So if there's anything in the air, think about that hand.
Right now? Right now.
Oh, I'm working your nerves.
Right.
The NBA awards, it should truly go to the NBA. It should go to Michael Jordan, the NBA's most valuable player. I mean, how many awards did Michael win? Was it 4 or 5?
I don't know.
It was 4 or 5. 4 or 5 MVP awards. Let's not mention his ESPY awards. Let's not forget his Defensive Player of the Year awards. Let's not forget all the great things that Michael did for the game of basketball. If you are going to make it a logo player, I feel like the NBA, and I'm going to try to say this as politically correct as possible, because Kobe dying was a tragedy. It was a tragedy. But are you making his logo as a response to honoring his death? Okay. Is that your response in honoring his death? Because if you're going to honor greatness, no one should be the logo more than Michael Jordan. No one.
Here's my thing about this.
Hold on. Before you go any further,
Go ahead.
I get what you're trying to say and all that, but at the end of the day,
Trying to say that's funny. Go ahead.
I get what he's trying to say, but at the end of the day, you can't tell me no discussion about basketball that doesn't include Jordan, right?
Just
None.
So he'll never be forgotten, right?
Never.
Never.
Mhm.
There's one way you can make Kobe Bryant never be forgotten.
Kobe won't be forgotten either.
He won't. He'll be talked about,
His-
but
the
nobody
all-
will talk about
the all-
Kobe the way they talk about Michael Jordan.
They're not supposed to.
They're not the same player.
But the tragedy of him losing his life the way he did.
So you just saying what Kesey? I mean, you just saying what?
That's what I just said.
I'm saying. I'm getting
No,
what you.
he agrees with you. I'm saying
No, he doesn't.
yeah, he does.
Go ahead.
No,
him
I'm
finish.
saying he agrees with you as fact. I'm sorry, you're right. Go ahead, Kesey.
Oh, he's on his Andre right now. Just gonna sit back in the cut.
I just think it could go either way. I'm not even gonna go any more further because y'all throwing me off, man. Yeah.
I can
Wait,
see that.
wait.
I mean, if they change it, it can go Michael or it can go Kobe.
Do you think it's because of his death? Is that what you were getting to?
Yeah.
Okay. My thing about that to counter that is the All-Star game is pretty much about Kobe.
It's
The
All-Star game.
award.
They just playing around. That's just playing around, man. Come on, be real.
What
What All-Star game they take really serious?
the last two has been the last two. Without injuring nobody, the last two have been gotten serious ever since they put that Kobe rule in. Not the Kobe rule. Ever since they put those, Kobe parameters in, it's been going that route. I don't like this. My thing about the whole this is my whole thing about the NBA logo. If we didn't know it was Jerry West, wouldn't nobody cared if it was changed or not. But because the internet knows it's Jerry West, they want it to change. And I like the fact that it's a random. Well, before it was a random player, and he was doing a random move coming off the pick with the ball in his hand. I don't want it to be.
Whoever outed that it was Jerry.
I don't know. The internet.
Outed Jerry for what?
Like to find out it was him. I mean, people who made the logo obviously knew it was him. But my thing was, nobody was discussing this before the internet, and so I don't want it to be something I know is Kobe. Like everything doesn't need to be changed about the NBA. There needs to be some. Hey man, we've been having this logo for 100 years. Something about that is nostalgic, and you like, oh, I like this. Everything doesn't need to be changed. That's my only thing about it. I don't want it to be Jordan. I don't want it to be Kobe either.
Well, here's why. Let me counter that for a second, because what I've also seen, I saw a really interesting video. I always say this. I said I stopped debating the NBA with anyone born after 1993 because they haven't seen Michael Jordan play. I saw a video and I reposted it on our 94 Feet podcast IG. Follow us, like, share. And they were asking young cats under 13, right?
Mhm.
If I say Melo, who do you think about?
LaMelo.
Now, if you asked us that, right, we might say who?
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo. All these under 13-year-olds equate LaMelo Ball with the NBA and not the all-time great Carmelo Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm okay with the NBA changing logos because who knows who Dr. Jerry West is? Unless you are insiders like Stephen B's and podcasters. So I'm okay with changing the logo. It should change, but it shouldn't be Kobe Bryant.
And see, here's the thing about that. When you talk about us to switch it up and they says, well, that mean every 20, 30, 40 years we should be switching it up. And I think that's the thing about the NBA. That's why they're not doing it, because that means every couple of years we're switching it up then.
It's not
Because
every,
at a certain time, at a certain point, guess what? Kobe is that one dude that died, right? That's what Kobe's gonna be. But if you don't change it, these kids who are 13, 12 years old, if their parents don't tell them, they ain't gonna know who that is. But they going only reason they rooting for this because he passed away, or because Jordan is one of the all-time great. Then you got to change it up every year when these people are forgotten about. That's why I don't that's why I'm not the biggest fan of them changing the logo and stuff like that. I think these awards are cool. The new clutch player of the year, I don't like that, because that's, how can you put that in a category? But we'll discuss that later on here as it comes down to it. A couple weeks ago, probably like a month ago, I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, let me ask you this before you say that. If it's not Kobe on the logo, then who?
I wanted to leave it as is.
Leave it as Dr. Jerry West?
Yeah.
leave it as Dr. Jerry West.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't our people.
A couple weeks ago, probably like a month ago, DeMarcus Cousins was on the Buckets podcast, where he said Chris Paul is not a top 5 point guard, and named his point guards above him that he would put above him: Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, and Steve Nash, based off accolades, performance, and championships. Gentlemen,
Oh, this is gonna be a tough one.
who's your top 5 point guards of all time?
That's easy for me.
This is based off accolades, performance, and championships. Those are the 3 categories.
Do you want them in order or
Yeah, no order?
No order. Magic Johnson, Steph Curry.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is Chris Paul on that list?
I feel like we talked about this before, and y'all rolled me for not giving Chris Paul his flowers.
I can see that.
He is not on my top 5 point guard list.
Is he in your top 5? He not in your top 5?
He is not.
He might be in my top 5.
He
But
is
go ahead and rock
do your
out.
5.
Dre, I interrupted Dre to say, go ahead.
Well, you're being a little nicer. Thank you. I appreciate that. Move.
Give
I
him a hug.
I don't want to give him a
Cause
hug.
y'all sounding all sentimental. Come on, man.
Hey man, relax, man. Go get your lottery tickets out and scratch them. It's on TV, man. We on YouTube. Let it go.
Y'all been doing everything else on YouTube. Don't stop now.
Right. Go look like what?
That's my ritual. Y'all know that.
You missed it.
Because I was doing something else during that time. We all know what I was doing.
Can we just go
So
ahead.
here's the thing. Y'all know I was never high on Chris Paul. Never. Because to me, he's never played a complete season to get high on.
When he was younger?
He's never played.
When he was younger?
He did not. Dude, if you look at the stats, Chris Paul has been injured practically every year. He was injured in college when they drafted him.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
I think he was.
He was
I think
solid.
he was. So if you talk about top 5 point guards of all time, in my opinion, for me, Magic, Steph Curry, Oscar Robinson, based on accolades, Dr. Jerry West, and Isaiah Thomas. Easy. Now, what I will do Okay. I will put him over John Stockton. Okay. Because if we're talking about championships, Stockton ain't got none of those either. Steve Nash, potentially. But in the conversation, realistically, of all-time greats, Chris Paul really comes in at like 8 or 9.
To be honest, he has played over 60 games every season.
That's not a full season, though. Think about it. When have we ever heard of it? Humor
Okay, hold on.
Humor me. When have we heard of Magic being injured? When have we heard of Jordan being injured? When have we heard of John Stockton being injured? Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, Scottie Pitt. Well, Scottie was holding out.
You making it seem like that's all he's known for.
It
though.
is in losing the big games.
That's not fair. At
And
all.
recently, something with Kim Kardashian, thanks to Kanye West.
That's not
You
fair.
say
at
what?
all. That's not fair at all.
Kanye West put out a tweet. He said,
Kanye
"Oh
West-
yeah, I seen Chris. Oh, I can't. I walked in on my wife with Chris Paul. You didn't hear that?
Not walked. He didn't walk in. He insinuated they.
But now that you say it, I'm looking at John Stockton's games played.
Crazy.
82, 82, 82, 82, 78, 82, 82, 82.
And a more competitive NBA.
82, 64, 50.
But this is
82, 82, 82, 82.
You know what I'm saying? This cat was never hurt. Chris Paul and Anthony Davis are probably the two most injury-prone players of this century.
And guess how many minutes he was playing a game?
What, 46, 45, 42?
35 minutes a
Well,
game.
Yeah.
Like 30. He averaged 31 a game, 31 minutes a game. But most of his seasons, he was playing up 34, 38, 37, 36, 34, 36, 37, 38.
I mean, you give Chris Paul his flowers. I'll take him over Jason Kidd. But there's a lot of point guards that you might say, yeah, Chris Paul got to take a backseat to this one. So
Okay.
Cousins ain't wrong.
Do your 5 then.
He just did his
I did.
five.
Okay. Magic,
Okay.
Oscar Robinson, Dr. Jerry West, Steph Curry, and Isaiah Thomas.
I hate that he said Steph Curry. Go ahead.
Why?
Who you got, Keith?
So is he
You
considered?
know why?
I'm going last.
Anyways, I hate that he said Steph because Steph's not a true point guard. I don't care what
Why
you say.
do you keep saying
Anyway,
that?
you know why I say it, and I'm not finna sit here and argue with you again.
Come on.
Anybody that talks about Steph, no, he's not a true point guard. They just give it to him.
Can I say this too? I'll probably take Gary Payton over Chris Paul.
Slap yourself.
Gary Payton played
Here's the thing.
defense. Gary Payton locked up people on the defense. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Slap myself? No, you slap yourself.
Wow.
Defensively, you're taking Chris Paul over Gary Payton. Defensively.
Defensively, no.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the fact that here's the thing. We haven't seen
Gary Payton's top 40 scoring, 10th all time in assists, 5th all time in steals. That's not weak, bro.
I'm not saying he's weak. I'm just saying, like, well, first of all, I feel like, and Cousin said this. He said, like, people say I have they have a little vendetta. They have a little beef.
They do. They do.
So for him to say that, like, people like Patrick Beverly will probably agree with him, and they also have beef. So my thing is this: Chris Paul is not. He's hard to put in my top 5, but he's my number 6 if he's not in my top 5. Because I feel like a true point guard is not. There aren't a lot out there, and so for somebody like Chris Paul, he is a true point guard. So for my 5 point guards is Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas.
Jerry West.
I'm not putting Jerry West there.
But you want to keep him the face of the NBA, but he's not on your top 5 point guard. Make it make sense.
I just told you why. That had nothing to do with his accolades.
So what makes a player get to the top point guard? What accolade makes
Let
them?
him finish. He's only on 3 people.
I'm only on 3 people. Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Oscar. I'm gonna give it to John Stockton. And see, it's
Gary Payton.
no, I'm not good.
Well, we know how you love these international players. Is it Steve Nash?
I was gonna say Chris Paul.
Okay.
Now, my 5 are people I actually watch play.
We didn't watch Oscar.
I didn't watch Oscar, but I always commended him for averaging a triple double until Westbrook did it.
Mm-hmm.
I won't put Westbrook there just because you would have to judge Westbrook off what he did in OKC, and that's it. And I just don't feel like he is, because I almost said, and the reason I'm not saying Steph, and the same reason I'm not saying Curry. I mean, the reason I'm not saying Steph is the same reason I'm not saying Kyrie, is because these aren't true point guards. So they're more shooting guards who hold the point guard position.
So isn't it fair to say that Magic's not a true point guard because he's a small forward? He should have been a power forward.
Magic Johnson is a true point guard because he will dish the ball off before he decides to score. Yes or no?
Yeah, but Steph can dish
does
the ball.
that mean-
Steph
Steph
dishes.
Can dish the ball.
So does
he
that
does.
make,
He
so
does.
does that make LeBron a point guard?
I knew he was gonna say that. No, it does not.
Because what you just said, right? Because that's what he's
No.
known for by everybody,
His
right?
position.
He's a
His
facilitator. There's a
position.
difference.
Thank you. His
There's a
position
difference.
was point guard.
They both are 6'8".
Who's your top five? And you better not say LeBron.
LeBron James.
I know it. He's not a point guard.
You
can't throw LeBron in there. Top five center. Well, LeBron can't play the
Let me just
five
say-
if he
let me
wanted
just say
to.
this though. You not having Steph Curry in your top five is very disrespectful.
It's not.
He's a 4-time champion.
What that mean?
It's disrespectful.
It's
You
not
need to come up off
disrespectful.
that hate
I'm not coping with that hate
Automatically, we go with Magic. That's
All-
automatic.
all
That's
day.
an automatic given.
all day.
all day.
Automatic given. Thomas.
Automatic.
Isaiah Thomas is
Right.
automatic top 5.
Depends on who you're talking to. Jordan would say different. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So with Scottie Pippen, Isaiah
Okay.
Thomas shaded him hard too.
Well, he wasn't.
Ooh, did
he
you
wasn't
see
lying.
it?
He wasn't lying. but go ahead.
Shaded him hard. Go
I
ahead.
didn't see it.
Keith. It was great.
Oh, you and Scottie Pippen.
Magic, Isaiah Thomas. I really like the John Stockton in my top 5.
I put Stockton in my top five.
Stockton's good.
Go
ahead.
I kind of want to put Penny Hardaway in my top 5.
Ooh, why?
He didn't do
On
nothing.
what basis?
He didn't do nothing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. On what basis?
Penny Hardaway was good.
He
I'm not
was
saying
not.
He was.
He was
better.
injury prone.
He was better than good. He just didn't do anything.
He was.
Now, if that's your
It's a
top
lot
five,
of,
that's
but
your
it's a,
top
but it's a
five.
lot of players who didn't. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how are we basing this?
I just told you.
He
what it
said
was.
accolades, awards,
I
and
said-
effectiveness of the game.
No, I said accolades, performance, and championships.
And Penny had none of those. Penny had
He
one
didn't-
solid
Chris
year.
Paul got none of those either.
he had
I
accolades.
mean, he wasn't in my top 5, but Chris Paul's on the top
I
of
said
many
I
top
want to say
lists.
Penny Hardaway because I'm thinking of players I really like that played the point guard, like Chauncey Billups, Ross Strickland. There's a lot of players that I really liked it.
Like, who's your top five? We're not here to judge your top five. I'm here to give me
I
your
am.
top five.
Listen,
Now
I
we'll
know
have
he
some
is. I know
discussion
he
about it.
is.
I mean,
Of course he
the
will, because you don't have Steph. You don't
players
have Steph
that
in
you
your
like-
top five, obviously. He's crazy.
players that you like is one thing, but he didn't say players that we liked. He said players that have accolades, and none of the players you named have any accolades. Because you said, well, Chris Paul don't have nothing. Actually, Chris Paul is on a lot of top lists.
no,
He's on a lot of top
he
lists.
has All-Star awards. He has he's topping that assist list while we're talking about breaking
like
records.
top 5, I think.
I think he's top 5 or at least number 2.
You know,
So he
3-point
has
shooters.
he has the
scoring.
accolades. He doesn't have a championship. That's why the only thing missing about Chris Paul is a championship. But continue.
Shoot.
It's hard, ain't it?
I mean, because of how y'all basing it, it's hard for me to put certain players in my top 5 that I want
Why
to
are
put
you
in
saying it
there.
like we just put out this super
What's
hard list?
It is because
It's not.
It is
because he said Steph Curry and you said no, Steph Curry is not a point guard. So then if that's the case, then I can't put Allen Iverson in my top 5.
you can put me in top 5.
If he played point guard, you put him. He's just saying that because
I say Steph is not a true point guard, and I will keep on saying it.
Do you, bro? Do you?
All right. Magic, John, Isaiah, Allen Iverson, and Steph Curry.
All right,
I will take all them over Chris Paul.
over Chris Paul. Let me ask you a question. Steph Curry didn't got championships. He has no championships. You taking him over Chris Paul?
You said what?
Steph Curry has no championships. None.
Are you asking for the table?
I'm asking for the table. He has no championships.
Okay.
Are you taking him over Chris Paul?
Twice on Sunday.
Okay. I think you can't see beside that, but
No, because if you say, ask me if I'm taking Steph over Magic. Ask that question.
of course not. Are you taking Steph over John Stockton?
Yes. Yes.
Why? Because he can shoot.
He can shoot. He's a better facilitator.
He's
a better facilitator. Hey, championships don't lie. MVPs don't lie. How many MVPs did Stockton get? Stockton doesn't. How many MVPs did he get?
Stockton doesn't have any MVPs. He doesn't have a championship.
How many MVPs does Steph have?
Yes, what, 2?
Yes, 2 MVPs.
Okay.
A small point guard.
Steve Nash has 2 too.
Hear me out with no championships.
Okay.
And Kobe got robbed. We won't even go there. Steph Curry coming off of the reputation of poor ankles, right? No, the Bucks passed on Steph Curry. Hold up.
You're our age. You are our age.
So what?
So the fact that you is just such a Steph fan blows my. I can see if you was 20 something.
You like John Morant?
I don't mean I don't like John Morant. What you talking about? You hear me talking about John Morant?
You like Luka?
I don't put Luka over some of these
But
people.
you gotta remember though. Think
You
about
just said you're taking Luka over Steph Curry in a trade, Zeke.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking that.
But think of it like this though. We talking about accolades and championships and all of that type of stuff.
And performance.
But you ain't even thinking about John Stockton came in the league in 1984.
What's your point?
Up until 2002, he played 82 games a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time to be consistent.
Is Stockton in my time?
He's number 6 for me. I just put 5 better
I'm just
players
saying
over
though,
him.
like how he never had a championship, but that one accolade right there could make him go above a lot of players. If you really want to go.
I mean, there's an argument out there for John Stockton to be the point guard. Like, there's an argument for it. But my thing about that is this. This is about Chris Paul. This is my thing about Chris Paul.
And
Even if you don't like him, if you don't like the stuff he be doing, even if you don't like him as a person, I get that. That's fine. But for when you talk about Chris Paul, there is, and this is why he's point guy, because I'm going to make, if I have 20 assists and 10 points, I'm good. You don't see that mentality nowadays.
Okay.
You see that mentality or about a person who can't score. Chris Paul can score if he wants to, but he like, hey, I don't have to score.
Let me do this. ESPN did something some years ago. They did their top 10 greatest point guards ever. They had number 1 was Magic. Number 2 was Oscar, go Bucks. Number 3 was John Stockton. Number 4 was Steph Curry. 5 was Isaiah Thomas. Chris Paul was 6. Nash was 7. Kidd was 8. Walt Frazier, who none of us mentioned, was 9. Granted, he was in the 70s.
never seen Walt play.
And
Never
Bob
seen
Cousy.
Yeah.
Cousy. So in the argument of top point guards, the NBA has not had a shortage on great point guards. They have not. I think the problem is Chris Paul has offended so many people that he's not getting the respect from his peers that he wants. Because if you ever see any player in the NBA right now talk about Chris Paul, they don't have good things to say. They don't have good things to say.
And that's my thing. That's my thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if
Why
he had a
is that,
championship, you know why?
Because they
he's
say he's a butthole.
He's a jerk.
They say he's a butthole.
And I think he's a jerk because if Chris Paul was 7, if he was like 6'7", 6'8", he'd be Kobe. He don't care. He only care about winning. That's all he care about. He don't care about your feelings. He don't care what you talking about. All he do is care about winning. He'd be Kobe Bryant if he was 6'7", 6'8". My thing about, and like I said before, true point guard. I'm talking about a true point guard. That's why I asked you, if you take away the championship from Steph, he's just a guy who likes to shoot. That's it. He's a guy who likes to shoot. He's Ray Allen. Anyways,
Whoa.
yeah, said it
Whoa.
right there.
Whoa.
Now.
Did you ever do your 5?
He did his 5.
No, he never got through it. Do it
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, he
Go.
did. He said
Do it
Allen
again.
Iverson,
I said John Stockton. I said Magic, John, Isaiah, Iverson. Dang, I forgot now.
Chris Paul.
No. Steph.
Okay, I was gonna say, does he get the nod over? Let's flip it. Steph or John Stockton?
I'm going with John Stockton.
Like he asked me, Steph or John Stockton?
I'm thinking John. I'm taking John, man. Because even though he didn't shoot as many threes, he was more efficient.
And then he even I don't even think he shot the three like that. He
He
was
did.
really a pull-up mid-ring shooter.
You know who else was a decent point guard? And he's not a top point guard, but he gets. You remember Scott Skiles?
Yeah.
Scott Skiles was
A decent point guard. He wasn't a
Shaq.
top.
he was for Shaq.
He wasn't. He's a terrible coach.
For NBA Jam.
What about Tim Hardaway? Nobody talk about him.
He wasn't a top point guard.
Tim Hardaway didn't do enough.
But top point guard.
He didn't do enough.
He didn't do enough. What's not do enough?
Not do enough as far as like accolades and in championships. Like I think all of the guys we mentioned in our top 5, they all have something in common:
Okay.
accolades and performance. They don't have championships, but they have accolades and performance.
Here's another one for you. Just real quick, my top point guards that aren't point guards: Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, LeBron
Well,
James.
first of all, none of those guys are point
That's what I
guards.
said. But they
Why would
played
you
the
put them
point.
in? They didn't play the point.
Dude, Scottie could play the point. You better go back and watch those Bulls tapes. Jordan could play the point.
How Jordan and Scottie can play the point?
Hey, man,
Jordan can't
switch
do
off.
everything.
Yeah,
Don't
he
do
can.
him.
Yeah, he
Don't
can.
be Kesey.
Yeah, he
Don't
can.
be Kesey.
Yes, he can.
Don't be Kesey. Don't be Kesey.
Don't back me up.
To-
Did
Now you want to call on Tone?
Did Jordan and Scottie take turns running point from time to time on those Bulls rosters?
If they were running big, yeah.
Yes. And could they both do it well?
That's a whole other conversation.
Yes or no?
They could do it efficiently.
That's all you need. And LeBron.
It don't.
And LeBron.
Tone, first of all, I'm mad at you because you tap dancing around it like you're a politician, but that's fine. That's fine, Tone. That's fine. Just say no. Just say no, Tone. It's cool.
Keith, am I lying? Keith, am I lying? Remember the Jordan and Pippen years. Could those two play the point and be convincing point guards?
So
Pippen
LeBron,
brought the,
so could
Pippen
LeBron.
brought the ball up 75% of the time back then.
Yes, that's what I'm
If
saying.
you go back and look at the tapes and you look at who was bringing the ball up, it was Pippen or Ron Harper.
Yeah. And don't get it twisted. Jordan could play the point, although he wasn't married to it. And clearly we know LeBron should be a point guard. They were trying to do that anyway. But we won't poke the
anyways.
bear, in the words of Zeke.
Anyways, so as we all know, NBA All-Star voting is, I don't say, it's probably like coming to a close pretty soon.
Today's the last day
Is it? Oh, okay.
What's
So-
the last day?
to vote.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you vote?
Every day.
Who'd you pick?
Oh, let me get
Can
to
we-
a thing. Let me get to a thing.
So, anyways, to close this show out, we're gonna do what they do, but we're just gonna do it a little differently.
Okay.
We're gonna have an all-star draft.
Okay. Wait. Let's pay attention this time because last year he did it. and
No,
we were
this
we were
time.
just all over
Yeah, I
the
was
place.
all over the place.
Pay attention. Then he brought his pops to back up his story.
Did he pick me?
Yeah, he picked you.
No, he didn't. He
Yeah.
picked Kesey.
Did he? Okay.
He picked
Yeah.
Kesey.
No, he was
Yeah.
like, Dre,
I
your
won.
roster slow. Shit. We didn't know the rules, bro.
Y'all didn't know the rules.
You know the rules,
Now
man.
I'm
Come
saying
on.
it. Now I'm saying it on camera.
Go ahead.
So now we are doing an all-star. We vote all-star selection, all-star draft.
Bet.
Kesey versus Dre.
Okay.
I'm not participating
Why?
Why?
because it's 3 of us.
So?
Takes too much.
Call Tone to be the judge.
Tone, you feel like doing
Come
that?
on, John.
You know what? I got a surprise guest for you. He could be the judge.
Okay.
No, hold on. I'm not doing it. Hold on a second. Time out. I'm not doing it because ain't nobody gonna be left. No, that's okay.
We
Ain't
good,
nobody gonna be
Tone.
left.
We good.
Ain't nobody gonna be left.
We good.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
good.
Surprise guest for y'all.
It'll be Kesey and I. We good. We good.
We
We appreciate the surprise guest.
So
Go Rock.
what?
If it's his brother.
So
Kesey brought his notebook. He Kesey brought his teacher notebook.
wow.
He brought his dry
So-
erase board.
So that we know.
All right, let's get it.
So we have the first selection of like the all-star selections and who they were.
the top 10, the starters.
Not the starters, but who's on the, you know how they do it. You have the complete rosters of front court, back
Yep.
court.
Yep.
Y'all want to flip to see who's going first?
Paper, rock, scissors in.
You want y'all go ahead and do that?
Come on, Keith. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Go ahead, you first. First pick. Oh, that's how we doing it. Go ahead. First
What?
pick. So
First
are we
pick.
doing it like 2 forwards, center, 2 guards?
No, you pick who you pick.
Okay.
Now, can this person front court, back court? So if
That's how we should do it.
front court, back
So
court.
write down 2 forwards, a center, and 2 guards. That's front court, back court. 2 forwards, a center, and 2 guards.
You're right.
Kesey with the first pick of the draft. I did say while he's writing that, for fantasy basketball moving forward, I'm doing auto draft. I can't buy a bucket. I have 5 players on my team injured. Steph, Bradley, Bill, Joker, all injured at the same time.
I mean, we all know you're a terrible GM, but there's no need to.
But you sucked when we played too. Let it go.
All right,
You suck so much you ain't played since.
Now check this out.
So give us the complete rules.
No, this is just how they do it in the NBA. You pick first, and then he's gonna pick. I'm gonna send you guys a picture of who you can pick, and I will go from there.
Who we can pick?
Who is on the who's in the who's top 10?
Whoa. Go ahead. I know mine. Go ahead.
Do you see the list? I just sent it to you guys.
Email or text?
Text.
No.
This is the list for your front court and your back court.
Come on, Keys.
Kesey, you had the first
Do a
draft.
timer, man. Because he be over there all day.
I'm trying to put it just came through.
I ain't got it yet. So
Hey, he has a point that I do need with a timer because I ain't got time for them. What you got? 2 minutes?
So
You get a minute.
I get to. So are we doing just one at a time?
One
Yeah,
at a
one at a
time.
time.
One at a time.
So your minute starts now.
So and I can pick either position.
any
Any
position, bro.
All right. The first pick
Go ahead, just say it. Can we move on?
in the 2023 94 feet podcast draft, I will be picking
Just say it, man.
LeBron James.
Thank you.
Wait, anybody not surprised?
No,
No.
Go ahead.
no.
All right.
Actually,
No, you
I'm
too
just kidding.
late.
I
No,
was doing that because they were talking.
no, you said LeBron. That's who you got.
No, shut up.
No,
I could play-
no, come
I can't play
on. No,
around.
no, you can't. We're in draft
there you
mode.
go.
This is just like
I
the
will-
Warriors.
I
I
can't
will
play
let
around
it-
with y'all.
This
I
is
will
like
let
the
it go.
Warriors
I
Bucks
will
trade.
let it go.
Oh my god.
That's how I know y'all expecting me to do.
No,
No, I'm
this
serious.
is just like the bet.
Come on,
I will
man.
let it go.
Dude,
Go
shut
ahead.
up.
Thank you.
It's just like the bet. Go ahead.
With my first pick in the 2023 podcast draft, I am selecting the Joker.
First of all, ain't like LeBron James is a bad pick, so
It's not right. Well,
you going Joker. Okay, who you got? Dre?
with my first pick, I'm going with Giannis
Mm.
for a forward. Giannis, Greek freak.
Go ahead.
With my second pick, I am going to go with Kevin Durant.
Mm. So y'all really got LeBron James just sitting out here, huh?
Well, you gotta think about it, man.
This is the All-Star
He's gonna
game.
pick him next because you know who I'm picking next.
Who?
Steph Curry.
Go ahead, Steph
You
Curry.
will?
Yes, with the number 2 pick, I'm picking Steph Curry.
Jesus Christ. Continue.
He pulled out the pad. That is great.
Okay. With the third pick of the 2023
Go take
94 feet podcast, I will be taking LeBron James. Who said that?
I know.
That's Fresh. Well, I can tell when Fresh is in the building. What up, Fresh?
Can we fit? What?
We got Curry and Giannis. I am going to take at center Anthony Davis. You said it got to be the top.
What if he's injured?
Well, Giannis is injured. KD is injured. So we're just saying hypothetically, right?
Okay,
Because that's
fine.
what we've been
I'll
doing.
go
this whole
hypothetical.
episode.
I'll go hypothetical.
Yep, Anthony Davis.
Who do you have for your number
With the
4
fourth pick of the 2023 94 feet podcast all-star voting, I will be taking
Now it gets
Hold-
interesting. It gets
Question,
interesting.
question.
No, no.
Hold on.
It's the
Question.
Chris Watch. Go ahead.
Is Tatum considered a guard or a forward?
A guard.
I love to you. I love doing either one.
Because they got him on here.
Oh, he's a front court.
So they got him on here as a front court, but he
Yep.
plays a 2 guard though.
But he's
No,
a
he
front
plays
court, so he's a
three.
forward. So you got to go by this.
Oh, he plays the 3. Brown plays the 2.
You got to go by this. So he's a forward.
Brown plays the 2.
He's a forward.
So I really got to go by this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will be taking Ja Morant.
Who you got?
I would be taking Luca.
You taking Luca?
I mean, it's All-Star game. You trying to win, right?
Okay.
Shoot, his 65, Giannis 55, Curry's 90. You know,
Anthony Davis is 2 because he's injured.
or you'll be limping to the game. I got Luca as
Is he a
Guard.
he's a guard. So my guards are done.
Why'd you pick Anthony? No,
Because we got to go by top 10. We had to go by top 10.
What do you mean? I know, but Joel Embiid is there.
If healthy, when healthy, I'm taking AD over Joel Embiid. When healthy. Because let's not act like Anthony Davis did not just put up some banging numbers before he got hurt.
Okay.
Let's
Who
not.
you got, Kesey?
And with my last and final pick, I will be picking Donovan Mitchell.
Really?
Yeah, we've been definitely laughing at that.
TV
This is
show
the
stuff.
only conversation you should be a part of.
Hey, man, you do it.
I am.
You do it. Okay. And with my final pick for the front court, who you got, Keys?
Don't worry about my pick.
You have to say the pick. You got Donovan Mitchell, Morant, Lebanon James, Kevin Durant, Joker. I have Luca, Curry, Giannis. With the final pick, I will be taking Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum.
No, let me look at this roster.
Go ahead. Call it out, Zeke, to the fans.
So for Team Dre, we got Luca, Curry, Giannis, Tatum, and Anthony Davis. And
Well, we
then
can
you
see how
got,
biased you are already.
I'm not biased. And then you got Donovan Mitchell, John Morant, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Joker. I'm saying he beat you out.
That's cool. I expected that.
Guest,
Fresh,
fresh.
step on over to the mic. PG. PG.
You should call him PG.
I said keep it PG. So these are the rosters.
You got Team Dre versus Team Kesey. These are the rosters.
All right.
Which team are you picking?
All right. So we got Luca, Curry, Giannis, Tatum, AD, Donovan Mitchell, John Morant, LeBron, Kevin Durant, and the Joker. I think Team Dre. I think Team Dre takes that.
Really?
Yeah.
Tone, I didn't want to bring you in this,
I think he takes
but you the tiebreaker. Because
Come on,
I
B.
think Kesey got Dre and Fresh picked Dre.
Standing with Dre.
So it's tied 1-1.
You tied 1-1. We got Team Dre and we got Team Kesey.
For the fans at home again.
For the fans at home, Dre got Luca, Curry, Giannis, Tatum, and Anthony Davis. Kesey has.
Ain't these two injured? Well, we're just going hypothetical.
We're going hypothetical because Anthony Davis ain't gonna make it to the All-Star game. He'd be
Yeah,
lucky he make it
thank
through
you.
the season.
That's the two I pointed to. Too.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing.
As beautiful as this roster. Well, okay. Your argument and then your argument.
What is my argument?
Like, why'd you pick that?
I picked Team Kesey because I would take Anthony Davis fully healthy. I don't care about that. Joker, KD, LeBron, Morant. To me, it came down to Donovan Mitchell or Anthony Davis. To me, Donovan Mitchell over Anthony Davis.
All right, look. This is how we're gonna break it down.
Nah, why'd you pick Dre side?
Me?
Yeah, ain't that who you
All right,
picked?
right. This is how we're gonna break it down. It's 2 minutes on the clock,
Mm-hmm.
and I need a defensive stop.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't none of these niggas gonna get me one.
LeBron will get you one.
But everybody but
Joe-
Curry
Joker is lead the league
can
in blocks.
get me a defensive stop.
Luca?
Luka is alive.
All I need is these three.
Luka and Steph
Look
is
at
a
the
liability.
Pause.
Lane.
The length of these three. You can't. Tatum got some defense.
He got some D.
Anthony Davis went healthy. Defensive player of the year.
I can give you that.
Giannis, 2-time defensive player of the year.
I give you
Why
that.
he won the MVP?
Fam. And he a lot. All of them up.
Okay. I've made
Not the
my-
Joker.
Go ahead.
And the Joker is leading the league in blocks.
This is the All-Star game, right?
All-Star game.
All right.
Defense only comes in the last 3 minutes.
Depending on what version of the fourth quarter we play. All right. When it's all said and done,
You can tell that's your homeboy.
because this is the All-Star game.
Hold up. Before Kesey says that. No, because if they start recording and I start talking about The Rock, we'll become frenemies real quick. So, you know.
Okay.
He took your side and y'all buddies.
All right. Because this is the All-Star game. And I don't watch the All-Star game for defense. I don't watch the All-Star game for popularity. I like a good enjoyment. And I can tell you right now,
Kesey.
Curry, Giannis, and Tatum on the court are all going to give me interesting things. Because Steph going to pull it from half court just because of the All-Star game.
Morant?
Hold on. I'm
LeBron?
getting there.
Why are you so anti-traded?
Giannis is always going to be my boy. He entertains me. Tatum gets to have some fun in the paint. Morant is good in the paint. LeBron, I'm sorry.
KD?
But did you said you want to see something exciting. Did you not just see the lob he just caught and reverse windmilled it
But here's
in the game?
But we'll get one of those out of LeBron and he'll be done for the rest of the game.
How?
KD
he's
may
averaging
trip.
30-some points a game.
KD may trip over his own toe. So
I have a team of high flyers, and my only thing was Anthony Davis.
And you talking about a
Fully.
show?
Tone, who do you pick?
Have you not seen the John Morant dunks
Tone,
this
who
year?
do you pick?
but with all that being said, I actually like to go with Kesey squad. While y'all sitting there jumping down my throat.
we was going to jump down your throat.
No, because the players he said he's gonna put on the show, you forgot about the ones over there. Donovan Mitchell just has 81.
Look here. Listen here.
But y'all just over here shaking up.
Listen here. Thank you, gentlemen.
I like.
Look, that's why you picked your guy.
But he like the Rock though.
and he likes John Cena. So one of these days we'll get on a wrestling show and it won't be, we'll be on the opposite sides of the table. Okay, he with that PG era stuff. Like keep me in the attitude era.
As much as I love Giannis, I hate AD. So the hate for AD is what automatically got them the L.
It might have been that too.
He is another Carmelo Anthony.
Hold on, and then you talking about Kevin Durant tripping over his big toe. You can't even whistle around AD without him getting on the injured list.
Anthony Davis ain't gonna get off the bus.
He ain't gonna get off the bus.
He ain't gonna get off the bus without
Hey, he didn't even do no judge. He's like, hold on, them two gonna make it?
Okay, so Zeke, now that you've judged, what does your all-star team look like? Who are your
My all-star team?
Yep. Who's your guards?
My all-star team is Luka, Curry,
Go ahead.
Giannis, LeBron, and Joker. That's my all-star team. So I wanted to do this.
Giannis over KD? I'm sorry, LeBron over KD?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing about it is nobody's gonna pass on this team except for LeBron. So LeBron's gonna be my PG. The rest of these guys are gonna be shooting.
Really?
Yes. LeBron's old enough to be like, hey, I don't need to really shoot and pass the ball. I got two guys who's gonna pass the ball willingly.
I think LeBron actually may want to be the MVP this time around.
He wasn't trying to be MVP last couple seasons.
I think he will this season. The
Why?
year that he wants to break, the year that he's gonna break the scoring title side. No, we should go to LA to cover that. We should go to LA to see.
Oh, that's in the budget.
It's in mine. We should.
Let's go.
Hey.
We finna get a
No. Seriously, we should take.
I'll tell you this.
Go ahead.
If we can make it to the game, LeBron breaks the record.
Mhm.
I am 100% in.
Okay. Because they're predicting right around February 4th right now. is when he's going to break the record, which is 2 weeks from yesterday.
So then we might well start buying tickets now.
Well, we can talk about that after the cameras go off the air. But here's the thing. LeBron, we are nearing the end of
So put that in the budget, Tom.
we are nearing the end of a historic run.
I don't think so.
And I believe at 2 years, maybe, I believe at age 38, LeBron wants a lot of first. And I think he will want the All-Star MVP.
he already had it. He never had it.
Yeah, but at 38, that hit different.
How it hit different?
Because you're older and you're about to break, and you'll likely have the scoring title broken by the time they play this All-Star game.
The fact that LeBron James is going to have the scoring title and have a losing record. Yes, I said they're going to have a losing record at the end of the year. The fact that they're going to miss the playoffs. You guys, all you people looking at this,
Defending
like,
champs are only 2 games ahead of them. Why are y'all beating up the Lakers? I'm talking. Why does everybody beat up the Lakers when you got the defending champs at 500 right now, 2 games above the Lakers?
I didn't say the Warriors didn't suck. What do you want me to do?
You didn't got that button in there.
You want me to put it in
The
there?
Warriors sucked today. The Warriors sucked yesterday. And they suck today too. Have you not watched them play?
Whoa,
First of
whoa. Yeah, stop. Don't be disrespectful. Don't take it out on the Warriors just because he's taking it out on your team.
Number one, the Warriors do suck. That's number one. Number two, you know they suck. Number three, you know the Lakers suck. You know they suck.
Not when they're healthy.
When they fully healthy.
We just can't keep AD healthy long enough.
So who is that problem?
Or LeBron, for that matter.
All I care about, y'all caring about 2 different teams that ain't from Milwaukee. That's all I'm hearing.
Like you defended Luka earlier.
No, those are facts.
No, that was opinions.
The opinion is the Lakers gonna make the playoffs. The records, the facts is they not. We be lucky if the Golden State Warriors make the playoffs. That's what the Golden State Warriors do. They win a championship, then they suck the next year.
Between 7 and 13 right now, they all is only 2 games apart.
Okay, let me ask you a realistic question, Keith.
Whichever team decides to go on a winning streak is going to pull ahead.
Realistic question. Do you think Lakers are a championship team right now?
Who you asking?
Kesey.
No,
Do I think they're a championship team?
Realistically,
answer, can the quick version go?
Hold on a second. I will get there. I want his opinion.
Go
He's
ahead.
defending
Let
them.
him get it out.
Let me go first.
Let him get out whatever
Let
he
me
got
go
to say.
first because it'll be quick. Because Keith's gonna take this show another 20 minutes. They are not a championship team. The Los Angeles Lakers are not.
It was a yes or no question, or no, or yes, or whatever. Kesey, is the Los Angeles Lakers the championship roster right now?
You always stand a chance with LeBron James, and that's all I have to say about that.
This is the Lakers suck yesterday. They suck again today.
That's a little harsh now.
No, it's not.
Is.
The Golden State Warriors have a championship roster right now?
110% yes.
They can't win on the road.
The Golden State Warriors, I said it at this seat, and I'll say it again. They will be in the NBA Finals.
You said it, then Steph got hurt. Now, if Steph get hurt again, you're going to come on this show and be like, well,
if
you know.
Steph listen, that's not fair.
How's that not fair?
Because just like the Lakers, we said the Lakers' success depends on the health of who? We didn't say LeBron.
All right.
We said Anthony Davis.
I get that.
The success of the Milwaukee Bucks depends on who? Giannis, not Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton, even though we could use them both badly right now. The success of the Golden State Warriors is on the back of Stephen Curry. If he's injured, there's no chance of them winning, nor should there be, just like your Dallas Mavericks. If Luka doesn't play, the Dallas Mavericks are a lottery team. They're a lottery team. But Golden State will be in the playoffs in the championship picture. Guarantee it.
You guaranteeing what?
I stood by my vote. I mean, I'm not as confident in the Bucks going to the finals anymore.
How are you confident? How are you not confident in the Bucks, but you confident in the Golden State Warriors?
Well, number one, Giannis is not 100% healthy. I think right now they're teasing us with this day-by-day stuff. But these knees are coming around again. The knees were an issue last year. The knees have been an issue this season. And there's no timetable for a Chris Middleton return. Real Bucks fans know, as great as Giannis is, you need Middleton to compete for a title. You need him.
I'll tell you like this.
Hold on a second.
I don't know.
Because the same thing goes for the Golden State Warriors. You think Steph's Superman, but he's not. So when he had that year when they missed the playoffs or barely made the play-in tournament, it was just him. Now we have Klay Thompson, who's not looking like Klay Thompson.
He's back in rare form.
He's not back in rare form. Don't let that 40-point game fool you. Yeah. Draymond Green slapping everybody on the team, so we don't know what's going on with him, and he's looking old and tired.
He do need to die daily.
Jordan Poole got his money, went a little crazy. Now he think he's Steph Curry. He think he King Tut around here.
Getting called for carries twice a game.
And he ain't what it seemed to be. Wiggins is Wiggins. Wiggins is finally Wiggin. Y'all didn't pay him, now he Wiggin. Wiggins is Wiggin. So when you talk about the Bucks with this with this downing way you talking about them, this your home team, this the hat you got on, and then you want to give the Golden State Warriors all this glory.
How am I talking down about the Bucks because I'm speaking facts? Chris Middleton, is valuable to the championship run, is he not?
He is.
Why did we lose to Boston last year? Why did we lose to Boston last year?
Because Chris Middleton didn't play.
Because he didn't play.
Why? This is my thing for you. Here's my thing. Why is Golden State still your pick? They can't win a road game.
Golden State, they've won road games recently. Go back and look at the records.
They just won one.
They won multiple.
They won one, and it was against San
multiple. They won San Antonio.
And who?
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Go ahead.
Pull it up.
Continue.
Golden State Warriors. You have Steph. Whenever you have Steph, you have a chance. We talked about that. Just like Kesey believes when you have LeBron, you have a chance. If Steph is playing in the game,
so you go over there going by faith,
not by sight, not by shot, right? If Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors are 100% healthy, there is not a team in the Western Conference that will stop them. Wow, guarantee it.
Wow,
just like I did last year. Guarantee it. If they're healthy, there is not a team in the Western Conference that will stop them.
So when I pull this up, you're the reason.
Give me the road wins. Go ahead. Give me the road wins.
Hold on.
There's several. You're about only one. There's several.
I think it's 3.
It's personal vendetta. Let's just hope they play Dallas or Memphis again.
I hope they do.
Personal vendetta.
He has a personal vendetta.
No, he got a personal vendetta against LeBron James. That's the vendetta.
I swear. I swear.
Anytime you got LeBron James, you stand a chance.
Yeah, LeBron James 10 years ago.
This year too.
So the Warriors,
I'm sorry. There are 4-17 on the road.
That's okay. But a lot of those losses were without. Hear me out.
No.
Listen. Let me finish. A lot of those losses were without Steph or Klay or Klay. When they're both on the court at the same time, fully functional, you don't want to see the Golden State Warriors. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I do.
Who, Milwaukee?
Yeah.
I'll take the Bucks and Golden State in the finals and pick my Bucks if we're fully healthy. But you and I both know that a non-fully healthy Milwaukee Bucks roster won't go to the NBA Finals.
Giannis is only sitting out for load management.
I'm glad about that. I hope he plays tomorrow. Play tomorrow, Giannis, and Tuesday.
They're using a knee injury as a way to hold him out. Because Giannis can't go against doctors. Because if it's Giannis, he ain't gonna miss no games.
It's not so much about Giannis; it's so much about Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton, he'll be back. They using every precaution they have to hold Chris back until it's closer to playoff time.
Let me ask you this. Do the Bucks extend Chris with a large contract, or do we try to test the market? Because that's coming up.
I don't know. They test the market,
You
but
test
I don't know.
the
if it's
market. Like
we test
I
the market,
said.
but we don't. That's way into the future. So this has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. I'd like to thank my delusional brothers, Dre, my other delusional brother, Kesey. Like to thank you guys also for everyone tuning in. Also like to thank our special guests of the Dead Fresh Podcast.
Cena sucks.
Oh, there's no need for all that. You can catch us on all social media platforms: Facebook, the world famous Instagram, according to Dre, Twitter, and I don't even know. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This TikTok thing ain't gonna happen. But you go listen to us to all streaming platforms: Apple, Spotify, Google, Spreaker, and SoundCloud. Agree with us?
Probably not. 94 Feet Nation.
Peace.
Peace.